What's happening, y'all? Rich Sosa coming back at you with another video today. And before we get started, I gotta say thank God King Jesus for another day and another opportunity. Comment down TG for thank God and where you're tuning in from, and I'll definitely be sure to get back to you with the response. So as you can see from the looks of the video, thumbnail and the title of the screen, bro, today I put together a very special build. Now this one we will be making it out of the power forward position, and the build will actually come out to the versatile enforcer. Now this is going to be one of the best all-around defenders in NBA 2K25, and what I like about this one, it's unique because we get those elite standing contact dunks, upgraded layup styles, pro contact dunks, most of the better jump shots that are available this year, upgraded passing styles, and on top of that, normal dribble animations. Now I think this build does have the potential to get the pro, and as far as that, the whole breakdown of this build where I'm telling y'all, you're going to be able to use this build right now as of Season 1 in NBA 2K25. So now out of all NBA players, this build today is going to be reminding me of none other than Scottie Barnes, bro. And I think this build is going to be a beast on the board. So the finishing, the shooting, the playmaking, even the defense, especially with those physicals, bro. So I got y'all jam-packed with a nice build today. And I just want to say thank every single one of y'all for your support. I see y'all in the comments going crazy, man. And I just want to say it truly does not go unnoticed. I love y'all, man. I appreciate you, the Rich family. So if it's your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you know. Smash that like button. Turn on post notifications to be a part of the Rich family. Now from here, man, let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of today's build. So the first thing we're going to do to get set up today is put this one under the power forward position. Now once we get into the height, let's drop this 2 ticks down to 6'7", and then as we get into that weight today, I'm going to put this up to 270. Now once we get into that wingspan, this is going to get even better. You want to put this maxed out to 7'3". Now that's going to be great for those stealing lanes, you know, especially more so the defense as a whole, but this is going to still allow you to get every single animation that I just mentioned, bro. So really nice build all around. Now the first area in which I think is important for every single build, and this is what I like to start out with, of course. So I'm going to go with the speed, put this all the way up to an 80, and then once we get into that agility, I'm going to go with the 70 today. As we move into that strength, I'm not going to be weak, especially in a lockdown, so I'm going to put this up to a 91. And to wrap up this side of the ball, let's go ahead and put that vertical all the way up to an 80. So the vertical is definitely important because of grabbing boards this year. Not too heavy when it comes towards animations, but definitely when it comes towards getting rebounds. So that's why at least with this kind of build, you want to go with at least an 80 just to be balanced and really all around. So from here, man, let's go ahead and jump into the actual playmaking. I'm going to put that pass accuracy all the way up to a 75. So with this rating, you're going to be fine with taking this build into game modes like the 5s with the bigger court. Now on top of that, when it comes towards the ball handle, I'm going to put this to a 67. So just a quick tip, if you do decide to use cap breakers on this build, adding 3+ towards the ball handle, that will give you those pro dribble animations on a 6'7" power forward. Just something to think about before we move on out. And then for that speed with ball today, we're going to leave this at a 55. Now, not too much when it comes towards this side of the ball, I promise you. I did go ahead and make sure that I spread these attributes well throughout the build. And on top of that, man, we're able to do a little bit of everything. So now from here, the next area that I'm going to dive into, let's go ahead and check out the shooting. So for that mid-range shot, let's go with an 84. As we get into the actual three-pointer today, I'm going to go with the 78. And then for the actual free throw, man, let's go with a 66. So this is one area in which I did take a minor hit on. I did take into account buy and boost, you know, cap breakers, attributes, the takeovers, all of that. So if you want to get a higher free throw, that's definitely optional and up to you. However, I'm going to leave these numbers as is. I mean, I think we get some of the better jump shots available to us, and you can definitely hit with at least having your shooting ratings into the 70s. So just something that, you know, you really want to pay attention to. Now as we get into the actual breakdown of the finishing, what you want to go ahead and do with that close shot, put this up to an 85. 65 when it comes towards that driving layup. As we get into the driving dunk today, I'm going to go with an 85. And then as we move into the actual standing dunk, man, put this all the way up to a 95. So a little bit more unique from what we are used to seeing. I know a lot of big men are only going with a 90 standing dunk just to get those contact dunks. As far as when it comes towards the actual post control, I'm going to leave this as is, but once we get into the breakdown of the badges, I'll be sure to check these out once we get this build maxed out to 99 overall. And from here, man, you can make any type of changes and adjustments to your own liking. But what's really special about this build, of course, we get those elite standing contact dunks, the potential to also get regular pro contact dunks, we get most of the upgraded layup styles, and I don't think the close shot is bad at all. So once we check out the defensive end, this is where we're going to wrap everything up. So once it comes towards that interior, I'm going to put this all the way up to an 88. Now for that perimeter, let's go with a 54. As we get into that steals today, I'm going to put this up to a 79. And then once we wrap up everything, once it comes towards that block, let's go up to an 84. Now for the actual offensive rebound, I'm going to put this to an 80. And then as you can see, when it comes towards the actual defensive, max this out to a 94. So as you can see, this is what we're going to be looking like once you get this build maxed out to 99 overall. From top to bottom, man, I don't think there's really one specific area that you can call out and say we're not going to be able to find success with it. The playmaking, I think that's perfect, especially with hitting minimum thresholds to not only get the pro dribble animations, but on top of that, bro, you get a lot of the upgraded passing styles. Now, as far as when it comes towards the finishing and shooting, man, you're definitely going to be able to find a lot of success with these two areas, especially if you mix up your game and, you know, take a few jump shots throughout the game. Then once they start guarding up on you, bro, you want to be able to use that interior when it comes towards that standing dunk. So just something to think about, the actual play style when it comes towards this build. And I think when it comes towards the defensive end, I know a lot of you are going to be looking at the perimeter defense, bro, but we have everything needed to not only be a snagger on this build. I've had a lot of success with a lower perimeter defense, so just something to think about. But with boosts and everything taken into account with takeovers, these numbers are going to be perfect, and we're solely trying to go after the build name, badges, attributes, animations, everything, man. So as far as when it comes towards the actual badges today, as you can see, we get a good amount of Hall of Fame. So as you can see, for the first one, Aerial Wizard. The second, we get Box Out Beast. And then from there, we also do get Rise Up. So to pair up the animations with these actual badges, I think it's going to make for a really special build down the road. Now, as we get into the gold, you get Post Lockdown. From there, you also get Pogo Stick, Off Ball Pass. And then we're also going to be able to get Rebound Chaser. So really, with this build on the defensive end, especially with these badges, man, I'm pretty confident that not only can we snag over most bigs, but with this 80 vertical, bro, that's going to be paired up perfectly with this gold Rebound Chaser badge. So once we go ahead and check out the silver, you get Glove here with Interceptor. We're also getting Set Shot Specialist, Strong Handle. Then you also get Paint Prodigy, Dimer, Float Game. Now we get Break Starter here, High Flying Denier. Then you also get Paint Patroller with Slippery Off Ball. So all around for the silver badges, man, I like the balance that we have from each set of tiers, especially with being able to still focus on the playmaking even though we didn't put too many attributes into that area. I think these numbers are great to really take this build into any game mode. To wrap everything up when it comes towards the bronze badges, we get Shifty Shooter, Posterizer is going to be key, and then you also do get Deadeye, bro. So this is going to be a great build realistically for any setting. So once we go ahead and check out those takeovers, we get about close to 20 of them. So we get Above the Rim, you also get Brew, Dr. Dunkenstein, Eraser, Glass Gunner is a really great takeover. Now we get Grit, Intimidator, Paint Dominance, Powerhouse with Splash Tower, very special takeover for that three-pointer interior defense. Then we get the Commander, you also get Unit, Xanos with the Stilt. From there you get SWAT Specimen with Slice, Physicality. Midi Maestro, probably one of the best, I would say top 2 takeovers on this build is going to be Horse and Great Wall, bro. You can't go wrong with getting a +7 put towards your rebounding, but also see the future takeover ability. Now Great Wall, bro, not only do I love the blockade takeover ability, but getting a +15 put towards this strength easily takes you at least to a 106. Just something to think about. This gives you a high success rate when going up against post scorers, so I would really consider adding on the Great Wall takeover. I actually use it on my main build, and I have a lot of success with it, bro. Now from there, we also get Fortress, Elevate, Diesel with Board Beast. So from top to bottom, man, I'm going to go over some of my favorite takeovers now. One is going to be Board Beast, but I've already went over my 2 favorites if it wasn't noticed, bro. Great Wall and Horse. Now, if you're looking to get stops against post scorers, adding the +15 towards your strength, bro, that's exactly what you need to even stand a chance, bro. Post scoring is super overpowered this year, especially paint mashing, and I found this to be the greatest takeover to use when it comes towards going up against it. So So also you get Eraser, Glass Gunner's another really great one. Then you also get Splash Tower, so it really comes down to your preference, the way you want to go about this build making. You know, everything from the cap breakers will make a huge difference, just to give you a little bit of an idea of what I would do. So 3 cap breakers towards the ball handle to get the pro dribble animations, and then if you want to go ahead and put 2 more towards that driving dunk to get the pro contact dunks, because we do have that minimum threshold of the vertical, that's going to be key as well, bro. So however you do decide to go about today's breakdown, realistically, bro, put those 5 cap breakers towards the ball handle and 2 towards the driving dunk. You're going to be just fine with this build moving forward. Now I want to know your thoughts and opinions. Are there any changes and adjustments that you potentially would make to make this build a little bit better? So from here, man, let's go ahead and move forward to make sure that everybody made the build correctly. As you can see, we get that Elvin Hayes comparison, Scottie Barnes and Jalen Johnson. And coming up at the 35th build that we've created together, the rare and best versatile enforcer, man. I'm really happy with this one, especially with being an all-around build, bro. I really like the fact that there's no weakness with this one today, man. You can finish, shoot, be a playmaker, and also defend, bro. Now I got about 34 other builds that I've created just like this one in my previous videos, and I'm going to continue to drop them for y'all every single day. Now I just want to say thank you so much for your love and support if you made it to the very end. Shout out to every one of y'all, the Rich family, for coming through and showing love every single day. Y'all are a part of this family, man, so I really just need y'all to recognize that. I appreciate you, man. I got another video dropping for y'all tomorrow, so be sure to stay tuned. And if it was your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Smash that like button. Turn on post notifications to be a part of the Rich family. And last but definitely not least, with all that being said though, I got one last thing to say. Rich out.